have a choice. I mean, I'd rather be live than have my head hurt, but if I have to do both at the same time,
you're live right now. So.
Am I?
Yeah, the live thing. It's recording.
Duh, got it. Okay. Well, that's muted. Am I muted?
Not to everybody else. Hello, everybody.
Are we? I don't see anybody. Where's the people?
Well, it might take a second.
Oh, okay. I don't see it. Are you sure we're live? I guess it says live. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it says live.
Okay, it says live. So it says live, but I don't see anybody here. So if we're live, come and say hi, because I'm thinking. Oh, here's everybody. Blank is the first one here and says hi.
Hi, Blank.
Ina says hello.
Hello, Ina.
Sanvi says hello. Anarinor says hello. Avigna says hello. Simple Worm on a String says hi.
Hello.
And Rayleigh says hi. And we have a Bethany Primrose says
the
hello.
Bethany Primrose?
Is this the Bethany Primrose? Wait, could it be?
I've heard stories.
Could it be? Oh, hey, no problem says hello.
Hello.
Kyla says good morning, folks. 707 says hello. Tamagna Cheduri says hi. If I butchered your name, I am so sorry. Matt needs help says hey. Oh, Matt, you and me both. Mangda says hello there. Kian says hello. Nurbik says hello from Nepal. Wave at some red pandas for me.
Hello, Nurbik.
Bethany's laughing. Toenail Crust. Okay, that is really a gross name. I gotta tell you, that's gross. But I got a foot thing, so I don't know.
That sounds like something that Logan or Brennan would do.
Yeah, probably.
His name in our fantasy hockey league is edible packing peanuts.
God. Gail says, good morning from California, Music Monday. How are you two doing? And how is Arwen? Also, happy Galentine's Day. Aww.
Good morning.
Happy Galentine's Day, Gail. Arwen was a pickle last night. She was up at midnight and 3 and 5. And
no, at 5 she was just barking.
She was
like, wake up.
But it was 5. What the heck, man? It was dark.
All right, is everybody here so we can start?
We have friends.
Okay.
Have lots of friends.
So
Go.
I'm gonna do prints in watercolor, but I had an idea because I want to make sure that art is available to everyone. I think whenever I do like a portrait, which we might sell for like $150, I'm also going to do a quick sketch that we can sell for $25. So that way people who want art but can't afford $150 or more can get a sketch. So I think every time I do a sketch, I'm going to do another quick little sketch for you all. So we're going to put this up in the store when I finish this one. And but because it's prints, we're not going to do it for $25. We're going to do it for, come on, Donna, you can do it. $19.99.
Oh God! Wow!
Jeez.
Wow! Okay,
I'm working with amateurs here.
I'm still working on a headache here. Okay, can you just shout out to Estonia. No one has ever heard of us. Hello, I've heard of Estonia.
Yeah, it's the place from The Princess Bride. Right? I'm not The Princess Bride. The Princess Diaries.
No, that's Genovia. That's the fake country.
Genovia.
Mm-hmm.
Is that next to Estonia?
It could be. I don't know. Blank says, this is the first time anyone has ever noticed me on a stream. I highly doubt that. I notice a lot of things. Big Boss says, I love Prince. I'm sure this will be beautiful. You know, this is what I think about Prince. I think he is not, in my humble opinion, everything will be prefaced by, in my humble opinion, he is not the most attractive man. However, he's just got this sex appeal about him, which I don't understand, and yet I'm drawn to. So there you go.
I wasn't a fan of his music because it wasn't as uplifting and positive as, like, say, a Michael Jackson. So I know those two kind of had a feud. So I always like the stuff that's more positive.
I liked him because he was dark.
I know.
I loved it. Yeah. Purple Pencil totally makes sense.
Right?
Yep. Let's see. Probably won't stay long. Oh, you're okay. Let's see. Oh no.
Okay, so
Scott, you're so inspirational.
oh, you're too kind.
You inspired my career. Thank you. Good afternoon. Please say hi to me. I love you.
I love you too. Hello.
Hi. Wow. Okay.
All right, so this is the photo I'm going to be working from.
707 says he wasn't the most attractive, but he sold it like he was the most attractive man
Yeah,
ever.
he
Exactly, right? And maybe it was that confidence factor. Maybe that's what it is. Deerin wants to know, what's your guys' favorite book and book author?
Mine is The Hobbit, and
Mine is Pride and Prejudice. There you go. Now, if you're talking contemporary authors, that's different. But favorite book of all time, that would be that. Okay. What is your method for drawing anatomy?
practice. We had to do 3 hours every day of figure drawing class, either nude or clothed, and
Trust me, clothes was better.
that gets you to learn and understand the anatomy. We had an anatomy class, and that was really good to learn all of the muscles and bones and how the body works and everything. But they lost me when they wanted us to go in and study a cadaver. Yeah, I was like, no, I don't think so.
But all the masters did that. They went and they watched. Like, they went and they saw the dead bodies.
I don't know if all of them did, but
a lot of them did. They did.
They also didn't have, not that we did either,
Correct.
but I'm saying they didn't have access to books or
Technical
Google
drawings
or
things like that. Yeah, exactly. Okay, hello from England. That is Tabby Noodles, which, by the way, that's
Hello, Tabby Noodles.
$19.99. Everybody's laughing at you. You guys are so funny. Hello from Israel. Were you triggered by the hole in the record? And yes, I said record, Donna, not disc. Thank you. That's Trust Freighted Army, and they've learned it's not a disc, it's a record. I'm so proud of you. Hey, Marguerite's here from British Columbia. How you doing, Marguerite?
Hi, Marguerite.
Moon Jelly says, hey.
Hello.
Started painting because of your content. Thank you so much. That's Bella Noche.
Oh, that's so nice, Bella Noche. I look forward to seeing your art.
And we have a Jamie Brown.
Hey,
Good
Jamie.
morning. We also have a Steph Nerd. How many pets do you have? You know, you'd think we had like a dozen.
No, just the one.
We have just the one dog. And she is quite a handful enough right now. She's 11 and a half. And boy, is she a pickle. It's like, she's like, how old is that in like dog years? Like 70, I don't know. She's like 150 or something. She's a crotchety old lady. Do you still do lives on TikTok?
No, we haven't in a year.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while, one of my TikTok friends will ask me to go live with them. But I think I've maybe done it twice.
Yeah. Nurbuck had their sketchbook, left it under the bed for a week, and realized it had grown mold. You must be in a really damp area because, wow.
Yeah.
Hope you're having a lovely day. Oh, that reminds me of that song. Lovely day. It does.
By Bill Withers.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Scott, I'm doing my first color pencil portrait. Do you have any tips?
Oh.
I'm drawing Tom Holland.
Oh, nice, nice. No, you're gonna have to push down hard to get the colors to blend. But other than that, just be kind to yourself. It's your first time doing it. Mm-hmm. Don't expect a masterpiece. Just have fun. You're gonna learn.
Do you have any tips for YouTube? I'm trying to grow my channel.
Post every day if you can, and post something that you love, and talk to people. I spend at least an hour or two a day going through the comments and responding to comments, or at least liking what I can, and just it's a community. You're building a community. You're talking to people. You're sharing stories.
Can Can you give me a tip about making videos about art? I want to start doing that, but I don't know how because I only have a phone.
Oh, you can do, I do pretty much everything from my
Yeah.
phone too, other than the editing. But I would say in general, the algorithms, the software that determines what gets shown and what doesn't usually like just time lapse. So they want to see the camera cutting. So like 2 second cuts, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds, and then cut. So
There's software you can download to your phone that'll help you do that.
yeah.
Hello from a tiny island in the Caribbean, Aruba.
Ooh.
We were just talking
We
about
were
your
just
island
talking about-
yesterday.
Yeah, we were saying, God, we got to
We were
get.
like, where is it warm? It's cold here. We
How
wanna go
is it in
somewhere warm.
Aruba? Should we come visit?
Yes, we need to come visit, I think. What's the best type of pencil to do a light sketch with?
Oh, 4H or higher. That's
I-
what this is.
I personally would recommend a 10B, but
Uh,
only if
for
you
a
want it to
light
smudge
sketch.
all over your paper. I love those B pencils. They're just like butter. Oh, like butter. They're
That's what the
beautiful.
B stands for.
Prince is attractive yet not. Totally agree. And I like his music, but it's dark and a bit racy. Good
Yeah.
morning to you guys. I have to get back to work. Bye, DD.
Good morning. Good night.
I agree with all
Bye.
that entire statement. That is correct. Hey, hello from Argentina.
Hello.
And Lakshmi from India's here. Have you tried drawing other YouTubers?
I have not. I mean, I have drawn my friends from TikTok, which then came onto YouTube. It's like Dan Povenmire and Kim Diaz Home and whatnot. But no, I have not, and I need to.
Ghoulie Gronk says, oh boy, finally up to see a stream now. Is that because I haven't slept yet? The
Oh.
answer is yes. Get some rest, though. Who has been your favorite person to draw and paint?
I think I really like drawing like Severus Snape is really fun.
Or your wife?
Of course.
I'm just saying. How long does it take for a pencil sketch?
If I am doing it from, visually, then I have to go and do the circle and the center line and everything like that. It'll probably take me about maybe 20 minutes to get it right. If I just project it, like I did for this one and this one, it takes me maybe 5 minutes.
Do you read the chat? He can't read the chat and draw and answer questions at the same time, so I am reading the chat for him and reading
And that
the
is
questions.
Donna. She is my wife.
Guilty as charged. How do I blend oh-hoo-hoos? Okay, so there's several videos on how Scott does that. You can go, when did you do those? A week or so ago? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, there's a whole playlist for markers, but
Oh, you did a play. Oh, great.
I will go usually light to dark and just build up and build up and build up, and you can watch the videos. You can actually watch the lives if you want to, and watch it in real time. And I'll usually talk about it during the live.
Oh, don't visit. Moru got sun poisoning there. Uh-oh. Okay.
So the sun is poisonous in Aruba. Okay.
Yeah. Do you have a pad in this shape, or do you cut down the pages?
I cut it down. This was a 9.5 or 9-inch by 12-inch, and I cut it to 4.5 by 12-inch. So I cut it in half.
Can you tell everybody why you choose this particular? It's a very odd size.
Yeah, we talked about it last time, but
Let's check it.
yeah. So when I did, here, let me stop. When I did the hair journal, which was, can you guys see that? Okay.
I can't. We're delayed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When I did the hair journal, it was 2 pages, opened up. But I really liked the constraints of the smaller pieces. It was really, really fun. And so I think there's something that gives you really fun shapes because I think when you take an image and let's take this one.
Italy has joined the chat.
This is a very typical size for an image. If I were to do something like that, it becomes more interesting. You know, your mind is going to fill in the rest. Or if I was to do something like this, it might be kind of interesting too. And it's just, you know, when you make art, you start to go, what can I do to make it different? What can I do to make it a little more interesting? And cropping in and finding unique shapes and unique compositions is a part of that. And so I've found that I like working with this kind of aspect ratio. I think it gives me a feeling of it's almost like you're getting a sneak peek, but you're not seeing the whole thing. It's like, you know, like you're looking through a keyhole kind of thing. I think she wants to go up.
I know what she wants. Hold on one second. Let me oh! I don't know what's out there, but I don't want her to. Hey, would you stop?
It's probably just a squirrel.
I don't know that it's a squirrel. I don't want her going out
Just
there
let her
and fight
go
with
out.
a cat. No. Sheesh. Do you want her to go get in a fight with a cat? Hold on a second. We're going to go see what's out there.
Sorry. Our whole lives are determined by what this dog does and doesn't want to do.
I swear she is harder than having little kids. She's a pickle. She's like an old lady pickle. Okay. All right. Should I try watercolors or stick with colored pencils?
I recommend watercolors. I did a video on why I stopped using watercolors, or I stopped using colored pencils. And essentially, colored pencils are very expensive, and they literally will hurt your hands over time. I did colored pencils professionally for almost 2 decades.
Oh God, forever.
And watercolors, I mean, they're so much more freeing, a little more artsy, and they just don't cost as much.
Okay. So, favorite movie?
The Princess Bride.
You've inspired me to continue my art career, plus saving money for art materials and maybe to draw one like you one day.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
Ball. Alex Anything says, good morning, Scott and Donna. I painted John Lennon on a 45 and it turned out okay, but was super fun.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, would you show us? I would love to see that. Would you tag us either in the Discord or tag us on social media? I want to see how that came out. In doing my art studio in a Hufflepuff theme, your Hobbit Hole studio is an inspiration for my studio.
Oh, that's
Hufflepuff
great.
and Hobbit's themes are similar.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yanni says, hello from one autistic artist to another. Thank you for representing the autistic community. Keep up the great work.
Oh, thank you, Yanni.
Would you mind trying out a G pen, which is used by manga artists, a glass pen?
I think I've tried a glass pen before. Wasn't really thrilled with it, but I mean, I could.
Yeah.
You have one, right? You have a cheap one that I can try?
I do.
Okay, maybe one day
you're
we'll
not
do
going to get my
I won't get you the nice one.
Because I know how hard you press, and I'm like, snap the glass in your hand, and I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I have to go back to... Wait, maybe I should give it to you. Gotta go back to Venice. Sorry. What advice can you offer about making a career off of your art, even if you don't have a degree in it?
You don't need a degree in it to make a career. You just need luck. There's so much of this is luck. So I am 54 and I have been trying to make a career with my art for 40 something years. We'll say 35 years, we'll say.
So many years.
And have been unsuccessful. just completely unsuccessful. And just last year, my friend Dan suggested that I try YouTube, and things just blew up. Now, my art was no different last year than it was the year before. It's just, it's luck. You know what I'm saying? It's just.
And you found an audience.
Something clicked. You were in the right place at the right time. Whatever it might be.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying is people can give you advice on do this to be successful, and there's such a huge amount of it is luck, and I want you guys to to understand that and not blame yourselves, because so much of us, we go, what am I doing wrong? I'm a failure. Why can't I? It's almost always not you. We can always work harder. We can always try to be better, and I think for the most part we're usually our worst critics.
Oh no, you are for sure your worst critic.
But it is 100%. So much of it is.
But you also put out a lot of content too.
I do.
And I think the generating of the content and the building of the channel has helped with bringing people in who like what they see and who like your art.
Yeah.
So I think you have to work hard, but you also do have to have luck in it for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So I recommend putting silica gel in the same boxes where you store your sketchbooks. I store my scrolls like that. I do Chinese art. Oh, that sounds so fantastic. I love that. I would love to see that too. Let's see. They would like you to draw some more anime characters. If you're doing grayscale, how do you decide what should be warm grays versus cool grays? That is Stormbringer. And that is an interesting question.
I never do grayscales in warms and cools. My grayscales would just be gray. I don't work in gray. Like I said, when I showed some of my old ink wash sketches in the last the video, I don't know, 2 times ago with the Freddie Mercury one. It's just that same ink with a little bit of water. There was no warmth or coolness added to it.
Okay, Scott has not done any ink monsters since he did those with Kim Diaz, and he started drawing when he was about 6 or 7. They like how you layer your paints.
Oh, thank you.
Do you have any tips for landscape painting?
Yeah, I mean, I did a video where I talk about perspective, and essentially what I do is I break everything down to like Legos. I try to keep everything down to simple shapes. I also will put down my warm colors first, and then I'll cool it down with purple for the shadows.
You love purple or Payne's Gray?
I do love purple and Payne's Gray.
I also like it when you show everybody like where you see the colors in the painting and stuff, because I don't see the same colors that you do. Come on, let's go up these stairs. Come on. You want to go up the stairs? What do you want to do? You want to lie down or go up the stairs? Okay. Come tell mommy what you want then. Yowl says, hey Scott and Donna, love your channel and happy early Valentine's Day.
Hello, same to you.
Let's see, what is your, I don't even know what that is. No, you are not late. Hello from the shores of Norway. I want to go to Norway.
Aww.
I want to go to Norway. Have you ever drawn anyone from Pride and Prejudice on your channel?
Not on the channel, Donna has quite a few paintings I've done for her.
I do indeed. I roll over every morning, and on the wall in our bedroom, when I get out of bed, is this beautiful portrait of Mr. Darcy.
Mr. Darcy from the BBC version.
Yes.
Colin Firth
version.
And then she has a Colin Firth and...
Yes. Jennifer Allais.
Yeah, from
in
her
my
office too.
office, which actually is across from my desk. So basically, I face Mr. Darcy all day long.
I did paint. I did paint those and the Keira Knightley ones, both Darcy and Elizabeth, during a live on TikTok once, and we sold those.
Yep. We made stickers out of those too. At one point. I can't stay long, but before I go, I want to ask, how do you motivate yourself to draw things around you every day? I know you suggested to help us improve, but I can't motivate myself.
You know, it's don't look at it like you're trying to make art. You're just sketching. Just grab a sketchbook and just draw something. Just doodle. You know, like if you're sitting on the phone and you're just doodling, just draw what you see. Just get used to drawing what you see. Don't draw, you know, that same face or eyeball that you always do. Draw what you see. That's really it.
I wonder if kids nowadays actually sit on the phone and have time to doodle or not, like we used to do. I don't know that they do, but
that's right. Kids don't really talk on the phone as much.
They don't talk on the phone. They text. Will you paint Slash from Guns N' Roses?
I might, yeah.
But only with the big hair, please.
That's the only kind of Slash there is.
Just saying.
I don't think he ever got a haircut.
My school got hacked, so yeah, getting some inspiration for my next high school art assignment. Well, your school got hacked. I don't even know what that means. I hope you're okay. I forgot my name. What is the best kind of book to journal in, Donna? Okay, so whatever kind of journal you
can afford.
Yeah, whatever you can. It doesn't really matter. You know,
you can pick up a $3 journal from the
really
dollar store or something. Or
I have journaled in pads of paper that I got free in the mail. I mean, it doesn't really matter. My personal favorite is an Archer and Olive journal. It's 300 GSM paper. It's like really nice binding. It's a nice journal, and it's a very thick paper, so I can use my fountain pens in it. But it doesn't matter. You can do exactly what Scott does. You can do a pencil and, you know, any kind of notebook. You can buy them for $1 at the dollar store, and a pen. It doesn't matter. What does matter is just that you start.
Oh, you know what? I have those pens again.
They want to know what pen you're using right now, honey. Well, not right now, but what you were using.
My Zebra brush pen.
Zebra brush pen. Zebra brush pen.
Alright, I got these pens. These are brush pens. And I don't know which one is waterproof.
Oh God, here we go.
Because it's in Japanese. But let's try it.
Oh God, no. You're just going to try?
Yeah, why not? You gotta squeeze.
Oh, that was all.
I just need some.
This could go very, very wrong or very, very good. Let's see. Can I ask Sir Scott, when was your first art block and how did you remove it? Also, happy early Valentine's Day.
Oh, my first art block was around 2000. And I had just finished a series of X-Men cards for Marvel, because for the movie that, I don't know, the movie was coming out, or...
Yeah, I think it was one of the movies were coming out.
Yeah, and long story short, I got my art back from them, and I just did not like what I was seeing. I just didn't like my art. It was soulless. And at the time, I got the gig to do Spider-Man, and so I just decided, you know what, I'm going to just do digital. And I did digital art for 10 years. I didn't do any traditional art. And so that was what I did for my art block, was I just didn't make art for 10 years.
Yeah, he didn't. It was actually a really sad time. You just were not happy.
Yeah.
And I think you missed making art, and I think that was hard for you, but you didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And I think probably the best thing that you did was branch out and actually take that class.
No, it didn't really help me.
No, it didn't help you, but it kind of was a kickstart for you.
Yeah, I took a cartooning class to just try to change things up.
Yeah.
But No, it wasn't until my 40s, until what 2010, I think, I decided to try getting back into it, and I took up watercolor. I just figured I'll teach myself watercolor. I had taken in college, I'd taken a class on watercolor, so I had some experience with it. And, it'd been a couple decades.
Okay, so are you using the medium fine or extra fine brush pen?
My normal one is the extra fine, the purple one. The one you saw me using for some of it was the medium. But I usually use this just for the outlines.
If and when will you make an ink monster again?
I'd like to do that at least once a month with my friend Kim, so
Yeah.
I'll talk to him about doing that.
Yeah. Can you do another painting with acrylic?
I'd rather not, but I
I
can.
love that. That's such a nice answer. I'd rather not. Hey, Erica's here.
Hey,
Good morning,
Erica.
everyone. In the starting stage to my first string art of a tree with a swing. Yay!
Nice.
Can't
All
wait
right.
to see it.
We're going to find out if that was waterproof or not at some point. All right, blow dryer. This ink does not want to dry.
Okay.
I'll just kind of let it sit there for a bit.
Scott does not want to do a self-portrait.
No, not particularly.
Let's see. Who's your favorite singer?
Seal.
Okay, so Sanvi says, you are my inspiration to start art, Scott. I watched your shorts and subbed, and now I am joining for the community.
Oh, that's great.
Watching this while reactivating my gouache palette. I used gouache, and it wasn't as scary as I thought. Thank you, Scott.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Tell us again what size you cut the paper to. It's 4 by
Yeah, it's
12?
it's a 9 by 12, and I cut it in half, so it's 4.5 by 12.
4.5 by 12. Okay. Your little art tips that you do on the shorts help me in my art class so much. Thank you. That's
Oh, my
Sophia.
pleasure.
Sophisticated says, morning, friends. First timer here. Well, good morning and welcome.
Welcome.
We have been to Spain. We have only been to Valencia. We have not been anywhere else, but we loved it. It was beautiful. Dogs deserve the world. They just give so much love. It's crazy. And then they drive you bananas. Let's see. Your tips have helped me improve my art. I love your art style. I usually use watercolor for my paintings, and your videos have helped me experiment more and step out of my boundaries.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'd love to hear that.
Hi, Scott. Since you're really good at watercolor, I want to know who's your inspiration for watercolors. Mine is Antonio Lopez. Have you ever seen his work?
I have not, and to be perfectly honest, I don't know any watercolor artists. I never looked at another I don't particularly follow a traditional watercolor style. I think mine is a little bit more comic booky.
You have a very comic book influence to your art style.
Yeah.
What pen did you use for the hair? What was that pen that you used?
I don't know. Was it the blue one?
Yes, it was the blue one.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. I got it at the art store, and
Does it have a name on it?
it's in Japanese. I don't know. I think
Just
they're
hold it
by
up in front of the camera.
I think they're by Pentel. I think I might have one still on the package. Hold on.
Okay. One moment, please. Okay.
Again, I don't think it's the same brand, but they look. Yeah, it's by Pentel Arts. Is the one who probably distributes it. Okay. This one is light black, so but they come in like different shades. You can get different ones. And like I said, I used to do a lot of work with ink wash. That was probably 10 years ago.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Taking a picture of it for someone who asked.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, let's
message me. People love me.
let us.
Let's see. This is the first live I've been able to join. I love you guys. Well, we love you too.
We love you too.
Amelia and Coconut. What has been your favorite place to travel to?
Right now, it's been Venice.
Yeah, Venice was beautiful. We were just talking about, we have a friend visiting there now, and I'm jealous of the pictures that this person is posting because I'm like, oh, I want to go, I want to travel again. So, yeah, it's exciting. I think it's fun going places you've never been before. Camilla says, I really admire your work. It's amazing and you are a great motivation. I'm a young artist and your content keeps me going. Thank you for that. It's appreciated.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for telling me that. That makes me very happy.
Lee signed up, says, hi, glad to catch a stream. I also believe I am autistic, but have no official diagnosis yet. So should I say I'm autistic or should I wait until the diagnosis?
I mean, I don't think there's any rules, but I personally think that you should never self-diagnose yourself. I know not everybody can afford to do that, but you can. I think it's fine to say, I think I might be on the spectrum.
Yeah.
But I don't think you should ever say that you're autistic without
getting
being.
An official diagnosis.
Donna thought I had ADD. And,
I did. I absolutely 100% did. I still think they missed that diagnosis.
But you know, I got tested and they said no, I don't.
I think you faked it.
But the thing is that you know, you might think something, but it might be something else, or you know, whatever. But I just that's my personal opinion. Again, there's no laws or anything that says you can or can't do something. Okay, I'm gonna have to try to dry this one more time.
Scott likes watercolor tubes.
Yeah, blow dryer. I wonder if it's just shiny. Nope, it's definitely still wet.
As a beginner artist, I'm currently in high school. Any particular tips? I really need all the help I can get as I am planning on continuing it in college. Also, I love your work. You're my idol.
Oh, thank you. My biggest tip is always draw everything every day. To fill up a sketchbook and draw the world around you. Don't draw out of your head. You know, you've got to learn to draw everything. You've got to learn shadow and light. And
Steph says they are not waterproof. Oh, she Googled it. She Googled it. It's right here. Not waterproof.
All right. Blow dryer. Apparently, it's also drying proof.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Bethany says she always thinks that she's her own worst critic until she talks to her mother. And Steph says her dad is her worst critic. I would agree that my mother, yes. The minute I think that I'm doing something right, I can just call my mom and I know that I'm not. So we're all in great shape there. Trust Freighted Army says, you know what I need in life? That optimism that Donna has in her voice. They don't know me very well. Her soul is just so amazing, beautiful, and pure. Scott, please never let her go. She's too fantastic. Look, it's right there in black and white. You have to see his face. It's so funny. How are you doing? This is the first time I've caught a stream. That's Nick's star. And you're always really nice with your art advice. You're like a modern day Bob Ross. I hope you have a nice day.
Thank you very much. I am doing very
We're happy
well.
that you're here. Thanks for being here.
And I am enjoying hanging out with you all today. And I think Donna and I were always saying that we look forward to this.
We were actually just talking about this weekend, like yesterday, right? Yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
We were talking about our schedule and life and work and just everything. We don't talk all the time anyway. But yeah, for me in particular, I love Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays when we go live. It gives me something to look forward to. I love being here with you guys. It adds so much structure to my day, and honestly, it's a fun way to start the day. We get to come in here and talk about art and talk about life, and I don't know. It's a great way to start the day, and I really look forward to it. Nate, there is a video of Scott's art through the years, and that has some of his very, very, very first paintings and drawings that he did when he was a kid. All the way
If you look,
what's it called?
It's 40 years. Watch my art grow over 40 years.
Go.
If you just type in the word 40 in the search
and it'll come up.
on my channel,
it'll come up. You'll see
up.
it. Yeah.
Blow dryer.
I forgot my name. Wants to know what tips you can share about proportions and shadows.
I did do a video about proportions, but basically I just directed you to a book. There's 2 art books on our site under resources I would recommend.
They want to know how you got so good at drawing hair. A lot of people want to know that.
Again, just practice. It's just you do something enough and you start to find a groove or a flow to it. There's I was copying Alphonse Mucha, his Art Nouveau style, and that really kind of fit with what I was kind of really hoping for. And yeah, you're right, this is not waterproof, but it's all good. Yeah, I would say if you like the way I draw hair, then feel free to copy that. If you like the way another artist does hair, copy that. That's how I kind of got my style. That and comic books.
Scott, you should come to Norway one day and paint Norwegian mountains. I'm sure that'd make a great series.
Oh, it would.
That is on our bucket list because I want to see the Northern Lights. I mean, we both want to see the Northern Lights. But
also that's where Kim lives, and we were saying we wants to go troll hunting together. We'll go look for trolls in the rocks.
Okay, I'm sorry. What?
Look like the troll. Some of the rocks shaped looks like trolls. And that's how the whole story kind of came about.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I stay back and drink coffee with his?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Then I'm good. I don't really want to troll hunt. That's fine. But you guys go. Have a great time. I'll just make sure the life insurance is paid. Hi, Scott. I love drawing Indian traditional clothing, and you inspired me to draw every day. Love from Ireland.
Oh, that's wonderful. I love to hear that.
Please read this to Scott. He is the best future artist.
Oh, thank you.
You guys are sweet. I absolutely love your videos. They give me so much motivation and inspiration.
Thank you.
Hey, from the Highlands in Scotland.
Oh.
I need to come there too. Okay, so Akif is struggling to blend with markers. Check out the marker playlist.
Yeah, there's a whole playlist.
There's a whole playlist now.
And if you ever want to, you can there's lives, whole lives where I'm working with them.
He's blending with markers. Yeah, check
along.
those out. Oh, Emma's here.
Hey, Emma.
Good morning or afternoon. Okay. So Jasmine asks, hey mods, I know that what you're doing is basically a full-time job, but somehow every time I try to get a role on the Discord channel, no one is online or the channel is locked. Okay, the channel is locked during the lives. If you are a minor, if you're like under 18, And no roles are given out while we're live because our mods help us here and they also help us in the Discord. And people go online when they have time to go online. So there's not people in there all the time online. So you just have to catch people online when you're there.
Blow dryer.
Okay, all right. They want you to paint Grateful Dead. The fine liners that he's using, it's a zebra brush pen. Go to our website. For everybody that's asking about paper and pencils and all the things, if you go to the website, there are 2 lists on there. One is under the resources, Scott's Art Supplies. Everything that he uses is listed there. And then there's also one that is stuff we've tried. And that is all the things that people have sent us, and
usually there's a video.
That'll go along with it, so you can check that out too. So check that out. There is also a video, Matt Needs Help, on how Scott found his art style. My art is a mosaic. That is in the Art Hacks playlist on YouTube. You can find it there. Recently I posted a short, May 22, with you commented on it. Did Donna see the video? I don't think so. I am really bad at going and checking on the social media stuff, but I can go online today and see. How did you get accustomed to drawing from reference?
I found when I was, like 6 or 7, I was drawing Spider-Man. I found that I could copy what I saw really well. And it was better than the stuff I was doing from my head, and so that was my gift. That was my special ability. Was I could, if I see it, I could draw it. And as much as I didn't want to do that because I wanted to be a comic book artist, and comic book artists should be able to draw what they draw from their imagination, that wasn't my skill. And at some point, I just kind of went with it.
Good morning, Santa.
Hey, Santa.
How are we?
Blow dryer. Hold on.
Okay, so I know you were all excited when I got to meet my red panda friends, Mei Lee. Santa got to make some very special friends this past week, and I think you should all check out his channel because I'm super excited for the new videos to come out. So that's my little plug for the morning, because you all know that I'm just obsessed.
They're penguins.
Yeah, they're penguins. I'm obsessed. They're just so darn cute.
Yeah, it was adorable.
Oh my God, I can't even. So, I hope you and Scott, sir, can come to Dublin, Ireland one day. So do we.
Yes, we would love that too.
Yes, I ship to the UK, Stormy. Yes, we do. You are using Arches paper right now, correct?
I am.
There you go. Your art and teaching has really helped me because of your tips. I won an art competition in my school. I truly thank you. High
That's
five.
amazing.
That's great. Congrats.
Congratulations.
How do you find watercolor so easy?
I don't. It's taken me quite a while to kind of, like I said, I started 13 years ago, I think, around 2010.
Yeah.
So, and I'm still developing my style. I'm still learning. I'm still figuring things out. So it's not a it's not a stuff just came naturally. It's I'm working at it and I'm learning, and I think you do what you can to try to find your way with the art. I don't think it's like it is in the movies where someone picks up something for the very first time and then it's just like magic and they're instantly an expert. I think it is definitely something that you say, I like the feel of this and I want to learn more. And you work and you work and you work and you work.
Thanks for being here to share your wisdom.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Corrupted WCU says that your channel has grown. I remember you having like 700,000. It was last year.
Wow. Yeah, it's
really
grown.
Crazy. Let's see. What watercolor brand do you recommend for beginners?
Oh, for beginners, anything. There's a grabby set that you can find on our website.
If you're really a beginner and you don't have any supplies, that's a great kit.
Winsor & Newton, which is my brand, has a Cotman, which is a student set that's $25. There's lots of different brands. I mean, even the Crayola brand is fine. It's just get a different brush.
And
it's the
paper.
It's the paper that really you want. You want decent paper.
Yeah. It is
blow dryer.
Some of these comments just make me laugh, and I apologize. I know I like pop out, and I'm like, ah! Every once in a while, you'll hear me like make noise. But you guys are funny. Have you ever seen the work of Joseph Farquharson? He works in oils, but his light and shadow work is really nice, and I think you'd enjoy his work.
Oh,
I would love to see that. No, I'd love that. I'm gonna Google him. Santa's laughing at the painting's gonna be $19.99. That is correct. Let me see.
Well, not the painting, but the sketch. But yes.
The sketch. Good question to ask, Tabby Noodles. Tabby Noodles asks, any artists in the chat, what do you guys like to draw? And for whoever was asking what you should draw, the answer to any of that is a red panda. If you're bored and you don't know what to draw a red panda. Can't go wrong with a red panda.
Blow dryer.
Okay, Letter Lady Z says, it's been a long time since I've used watercolors and I've lost a lot of art skill. What should I paint with them to get more comfortable with them? A red panda is too intimidating. Sorry.
Yeah. Try still life. Try something like an apple or
salt and pepper
shaker or something like that.
A coffee mug. Yeah, an orange or an apple. I mean, hey Scott, what exactly was your inspiration to paint Prince?
Oh, it's Music Monday.
It is Music Monday.
And last week I did Freddie Mercury and Gerard Way. Mm-hmm. And so I thought I listened to what people asked for because I had no idea who Gerard Way was. So I just listened. I just listened to people's requests.
And then he Googles, and then whatever.
Yeah. As long as a person is a nice person, like I don't want to paint somebody who's bad.
Yeah, we're not really into that. Oh, and I'm going to segue with that and say that if you do want to join the Discord, that's my only thing is you have to be nice. If you can't be nice, you can't be in the Discord. What is the best watercolor paper for beginners? That's a good question.
For beginners, I like the Canson XL watercolor paper.
Okay.
It's a decent and fairly cheap paper.
What is your favorite comic book? Mine is Calvin and Hobbes. Oh God, Calvin and Hobbes.
Calvin and Hobbes is amazing.
That's classic.
Calvin and Hobbes is a comic strip, not a comic
strip.
book.
Yep.
But yeah, definitely that would be my favorite comic strip.
Yeah. I used to like Batman the Animated Series. They had a comic book. The comic books for that was really good.
Yeah.
And I liked the Wonder Woman comic books. Those were really good too. Opinions on art school. We have them. Would you like them? I'm just kidding.
My opinion is you don't need it, but if you are someone who learns from teaching, like you do good in schools, then I would definitely recommend it. If you could find a good school with good teachers, I would go. But it's not necessary for a career at all. No one ever asks what school you went to.
Unless you want to teach.
Yes, I'm saying for like a...
For a regular job, maybe. Unless you want to teach. That is different. Will you ever do another art class, and would you ever do one in the UK?
I personally didn't enjoy the teaching part of it. I liked the free trip to Venice part of it, but I
You don't do well with a curricula type
yeah,
of situation.
I mean, you really don't want an introverted person like myself trying to lead a class. I can answer questions. I love that, but I'm not a...
They were looking for more direction, and there was one person in the class who just kept asking questions and questions and questions. And he would come to Scott, and they would start talking and asking questions, and you could see it. It sort of lit a spark in your eyes, and that was helpful because
because I could show them.
Yes,
I'm not a talk about it.
But
kind of
once
person.
he started asking, then everybody else started asking, and the interaction after that was better.
Yeah.
I don't know, Bethany. What do you think? I think the interaction was better with the question.
That's neither here nor there. The point is, I will
Probably
most
no.
likely not teach a class.
Yeah, probably no. Penguins cannot be racist. Why? Because they are black and white. What do you do when you mess up on a piece? Oh boy, howdy.
It depends on how bad I mess up. Is it something I could fix or not? That's usually what I'm gonna look to. Is, can I fix this? If I can, then I will. And I have lots of ways to fix my art, whether it's through gouache or whatever. But there's quite a few videos of me messing up and
so many and tearing things up.
Well, and fixing it, like the one of Aurora, the one of Diego from Umbrella Academy. I mess up a lot, and I will make videos about it.
A lot of you like it when he dumps ink all over everywhere and does all those things. Polaration Motion says, "Hey Scott, I have been drawing a lot lately because of you. You told me all the lessons, and your skill is always there for me. When I would be stuck in art, I would literally just go to your channel."
Oh,
that's very sweet. They want you to... Oh, Rose Muffins is bringing the chaos. Can you draw with your non-dominant hand?
I did. What was it? I remember I was trying to draw the... I did the drawing from the zoo with the tiger with my left hand.
Did you?
Yeah. It was part of a video. I forget what. But it was weird.
Okay. Have you ever tried... I remember there was somebody who asked about watercolors in the UK. Have you ever tried any other watercolors besides Winsor & Newton?
Yeah. I don't think I've tried any big brands.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like I've tried the brands that people will send me, like the Supervision one or Crayola.
Yeah, but those
or Etcher.
Right. Oh, the Etcher ones. That's right. You tried the Etcher ones. That's true. You did that. Okay. What is good marker paper for Ohuhus?
The marker sketch, their sketchbooks are fantastic.
Yeah,
They're my favorite.
Use the Ohuhu books.
Yeah.
The paper is very lovely. It's a lush paper, and
Yeah.
it's really not super expensive. Really not. I mean, compared to other notebooks and stuff that I've priced, really not. And you get that really great plastic piece that you put in between the pages.
Yeah.
That keeps the pages, keeps them nice underneath. Can you draw something with supplies which are not art supplies?
Do crayons count? Blow dryer.
I don't know. Oh my God, so many questions today.
Sorry, what?
There's just so many questions today. The best brushes for watercolor.
There's a video on that, and
tell what you're using right now.
I'm currently using the Etcher Lab brushes, which are really good. But I think pretty much anything synthetic is good.
And Scott does not clean anything. If you ask how he cleans things, he does not clean anything. Literally does not. Tracy asks, can we get you credit when we buy through your supplies list link?
We try not to. I mean, if it's through Amazon, then yeah, you get like a little thing. But honestly, I would recommend you go through Blick. Blick is really good for that stuff, and they're just a wonder. That's where I buy my art supplies. But yeah, I mean, if you go through Amazon, I do get a little credit, but it's like 2%. It's really not worth it. We're making enough money from
advertising.
From advertising on YouTube, so. We appreciate you asking, though.
Some of the ones that we've tried under the products that Scott's tried, we have a discount code for you. So if there's something that you saw that you liked, Ohuhu has given us a code for 10% off for 3 months. So if you guys go through to the Ohuhu site and put in, I think it's Scott 10, or there's a link in there.
And we're not getting anything from that.
Yeah, we're not taking anything from that at all, but you get a discount with that, and that'll help you buy the art supplies. So
I'm trying to see if I can get this blacker, because it's really not that black. And I'm wondering...
Well, it's black to me, but then it's very small on this screen over here now. This is a question for Donna. When you were in college and you met Scott, what were you studying? I was a business marketing major when I met Scott. And Sarah Wilson sent you a tip. I once used makeup to create a face. It was interesting. And the woman who worked in ink and color for Snow White also used real makeup for the faces.
Oh, that's great.
I didn't know that. That's very cool. So
now
you understand why I'm the business half of the company. Because I am not particularly artistically talented that way. And you know what I used to want to be? I used to want to be that way, but I've really found my niche, I think, with the journaling and stuff like that, to where I don't feel like that anymore. I feel like I have my own thing now, which is kind of cool.
Good.
Yeah. I really like it. And my handwriting is so much better than yours, so that makes me happy too. I keep seeing artists say not to be too precious, in quotes, with your sketchbooks at first, to learn from mistakes, but I find it so hard. I want to improve from my actual good tries. Any advice?
Yeah, so you're going to have sketchbooks like this. Sketchbooks where you just, sometimes you doodle, sometimes you don't, sometimes you like it, sometimes you don't, things like this. This is your just goofy throwaway sketchbook. But this is the ones where you're going to experiment and learn. And then you're going to have sketchbooks like this, where you go and you say, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to do a nice little painting. And I say always have both. Always have one where you can just fart around and whatever, and then the other one where you can say, I want to do something nice in this. But don't worry about the nice ones yet. You guys are so young, and you still have so much to learn. You don't need a nice sketchbook.
Let's see. What drew you to the bright and contrasting color schemes? I love that art style as I am terrible with color, LOL.
I grew up in
We're not going to say that Hallie is terrible with color. We're going to say Hallie is still learning about color.
I grew up in the 80s and everything was neon. So for me, it was, actually I didn't really grow up in the 80s, but I was, 12.
Yeah, we did. We grew up.
12, 13, I guess.
70s and 80s, we grew up. Those were
but,
our era.
so, for us, it was pastel colors. It was, so,
And just for the record, I hate pastels. Whoa.
But you grow up with that stuff, or you have influences, and that's really it. If you want to get more color into your art, look at artists that do that and then copy it. That's it. That's how any of us artists figure this stuff out, is by copying from people who we like. We go, oh, I like that, and then you go from there.
Let's see. A lot of people are saying Prince was not a nice person.
Yeah, that's what
He was a Jehovah's Witness, and he was this and he was that. You know what? We are, we don't know personally, and so we are just...
Yeah, we tried to not paint bad people, but like I said, that was...
probably something bad could be said about every single person. God knows I have my things. So.
I've heard some bad stuff about Prince, but it wasn't... They seem to be mostly whatever, but yeah, I definitely, that's why I'm saying he was never one of my favorites because of that. But blow dryer.
Okay, Tanashi, and I apologize if I butchered that. I recently started learning to animate, but I have a fear that I might not be as creative as I think I am. How do I improve on my creativity in art or storytelling? Those are two entirely different things.
Yeah. How do you improve? I mean, obviously, the first thing is going to be practice. That's the way that you improve on these things. But I mean, we're never where we want to be. That's just how it is. We're never as good as we want to be. So keep that in mind. That you're going to look at your work and you're going to go, God, it's just not as good as this person or that person or whatever it is. That's just human nature, and that's totally fine. But study what you like and you don't like about other artists, and see, practice it, copy them. You will eventually pick up on their work. It's funny because now people are saying that they like this or that about my art style, and to me, all I see is that I'm a pale comparison or a ripoff of this artist or that artist or this person that I really like. And it's just soon becomes a part of your art. Yeah. Blow dryer. I'm really not happy with this black. Any black. I tried. This is the Winsor Newton watercolor marker.
Yeah, you're not happy with that either, huh?
No, I'm going to
What about that blackest black? Remember you bought that blackest...
Gouache.
Oh.
It's not blackest black. It's just really black.
I thought you said it was the blackest black or something. The super dark.
It is super dark, but it's not called black. It's Le Franc Bourgeois Paris, whatever.
Wow, I love the fact that you don't speak French. It's
exactly. It's noir.
Noir. Black. Duh. Okay.
But I'm going to try the waterproof one.
Other than online shops, where do you
Which I
buy
don't
Winsor
need.
and Newton watercolors? 99.9% of the time, he buys it online at Blick.
Yeah.
That's it. Just because it's fast, it's easy, and Scott doesn't have to leave the Hobbit hole.
Yeah.
I
Sometimes
have-
if I need to, I will go to Plaza Art in Nashville.
Yeah.
And they're great.
I have a question which has probably been answered. Do you procrastinate a lot, or do you know what to draw quickly?
I never procrastinate, but I don't always know what I want to draw.
There's a rare time when you know what you want to draw, and you're like, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
But usually he wakes up in the morning and he's like, I
gotta figure it out. Yeah.
Do.
Blow dryer.
Could you please, pretty please, refrain from opening bottles over the painting? Because you're giving...
This one?
Yeah, would you just... You're giving some of us a little agita this morning, okay? And we love you, but if you don't stop...
All right, let's try the blackest black.
That would be good. You mean noir?
Noir.
Oh, let's just shake it over the painting. Could we? Could we? That'd be great. Just great.
Look at that. That looks goopy.
Is goopy a technical term? Do you still have your sketchbook, Catitude is Everything?
I do. I'll break it out from time to time.
Who is your favorite actor?
Robin Williams.
Sarah wants to talk to us but doesn't know what to say.
Aww.
Well, there you go. You already talked to me. You're good. Now say something else. There is a video, Aisha, about what Scott does for art block. Other than art, what is another hobby of yours?
I like games, but I'm not very good at them anymore. I used to be good at games, but everybody got better at games. I didn't get worse.
Scott speaks English, and is there any language you would like to learn?
Assyrian. Blow dryer.
Do you have noise-canceling headphones that you wear in large public spaces? If so, what brand do you recommend? Also, I really appreciate how you say blow dryer before turning it on.
Yes, Bose. Can you guys see the difference?
I can't because this is so small. I can't see the difference. Oh, wait a minute. Did you just put the black on that one space?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. This new thing does not, I do not like the screen on here because I would rather be able to see the art.
I told you, Alt-Tab.
Oh, Alt-Tab. Alt-Tab. Oh! Look at that! Yeah, that's, okay, wow. That's, you're going to have to finish the whole head with that. Though.
Yeah.
Okay, then. All right. Alt-Tab. Let me go back over here. Camilla says, hello, I'm home today, but I'm sick, and I'm so glad I stayed. I finally caught one of your lives.
Oh, well, I hope you feel better.
Have you ever painted with oil paints?
When I was in high school.
How do you blend colors properly? Okay, so this is Gabrielle. So he blends colors differently with different mediums. What medium are you talking about? Because you won't blend the same with gouache as you blend with watercolors. And Nikki is correct. If you post something about what you want Scott to draw here, we will not see it. So you're gonna have to post it again when this goes live as a video. Stephen would like to know, how do you know when a piece is finished?
You kind of they say, I forget the saying. It's, they say that artwork is never finished; it's just abandoned. At some point, you just got to walk away from it, because you can always keep noodling it, but at some point, you got to if you keep noodling it, you're going to ruin it.
Scott has drawn so many Lord of the Rings characters.
There's videos on it.
Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Star Wars, a ton of them. What made you fall in love with watercolors?
I was looking for something loose and artsy, and watercolors was it. Let me see if I can get rid of that little mess up right there.
Nikki says, between Scott and his art and Donna and her journaling, you guys probably have the best stash of art/stationery supplies. Oh, Nikki. We could outfit quite a few of you with the supplies we have in this house. Let me tell you.
I think I'm just going to cover it all up.
I wish you would cover it all up. Cover it all up. Then while you're at it, come cover up the dark circles under my eyes that I got from Arwen keeping me up all night, would you?
I don't think I have enough paint for that.
I really don't think you have enough paint for that either. Lord have mercy. Yeah, feels like that this morning. Is Donna holding us captive? I don't know. Am I holding you captive? You can go anytime you want. I'm not holding you here. Our dog's name is Arwen. Interesting how Scott rarely works wet on wet. It makes the painting very bold and clear.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm not... I like very clear shapes and graphical kind of shapes. It's just something that and I try to push it more and more each time, but I never feel like I get it right.
J. Robert Deans has got to go.
Oh, have a great day.
Wanted to thank you for the Ohuhu vids. They have been a big help to Kidlet, who was having trouble finding a Prisma marker replacement. Yay!
Oh, good.
I'm glad. That's exciting. Oh, send some of Kidlet's pictures. We want to see. What's the smallest piece of art you've ever made?
Oh, gosh.
How are you so clean? Whenever I do any art, I get it all over my hands, clothes, and tables. Oh, God.
I mean, I do have... I mean, look at my hands. I do have it on me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not rolling around in it, but...
Why not? Gail says, sometimes I feel like Scott is living his best life when he freaks Donna out. He entirely is. He loves...
Give me my little pleasures.
It does. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Suspense and danger brings the views, Donna. He's working the algorithm. You guys. Oh, yes. I am still feeling the spill from last year. It just can't get it out of my head. I'm like, can you just please make sure the cap is on tight? Just please, for me. Yep. I'm thinking on making a couple of animations or animatics. Anyone have any suggestions on what programs to animate in?
I know Adobe has that character studio. Pretty easy to use.
Did you do a video on skin tones with watercolor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be in the Art Hacks playlist.
There we go. All right. So sporty. There you go.
All right. Let me cover this up so we don't.
They want Steven Tyler. They want Alice Cooper.
Blow dryer. Well, I think that hair looks much darker. What do you think?
It looks way darker. Yeah. And for those of you who ask what Scott eats all the time, last night I made sherbet for him, that Assyrian stew. And it was
we got to do is one of these times we got to do a video of you making it.
Oh, God. That would take like 2 hours. Who the heck wants to watch me putter around the kitchen for
Honey,
2 hours?
not alive.
Oh, you mean
Just
like do the speeded up video?
Or just, I do clips of it.
Oh, we can do that. Okay. What's more important, honey, the paint or the paper?
For watercolor, the paper.
We have one dog, and her name is Arwen, and she's 11 and a half, and she's a pickle. The smallest piece of art I don't think we ever answered. I think it was
It was just those little
cards. Is it like
Strathmore
a 2x3,
ones? Yeah.
3x5, 3x2, 4x2?
Which I still owe Bethany hers from
Oh,
Venice.
you do? That's true.
I
How
think
often...
this paintbrush is done.
You think? Is it dead, Jim?
Yeah.
How often do you just doodle as opposed to sitting down with a purpose to draw something?
Very rarely anymore. I think this being my kind of job, I'm a little.
I think you doodled on the airplane to Disney for our anniversary. That was the
Yeah,
last time
but
I saw you doodle.
I was doodling something I saw though. I wasn't just doodling out of my head or anything like that.
You never doodle out of your head.
Blow dryer.
So Aisha wants a video on oils, and we're going to turn that around, and we're going to say, guess what? Bethany Primrose has some new software and a new microphone, and she is putting together some videos on oils, some tutorials and some really fun things, and she's a phenomenal artist that works with oil paints, and she's going to be posting things very, very soon. No pressure, of course. None. Maybe a little.
Yeah. Not gonna work.
I have watercolor pencils, but I don't have a paintbrush to test them out well. Is there anything else I could use?
I really would recommend a paintbrush.
What about a Q-tip?
I mean, try it, but I'm just saying, I
know, but I'm just saying if they don't have it, they don't have it.
really not getting.
You're funny.
Not getting the line I want.
Oh, brother, everyone wants to watch you cooking. No, you do not. No, stop. You don't. You people. I really only work in pencils. I never imagined anything else. I use color pencils for coloring books, but for my own art, nope. Fun Prop says, I've been posting in your subreddit for a while now. I was inspired to do face painting from you.
Oh, fantastic. I think colored pencils is going to have to do here.
What do you think about experience with animating a movie, Scott?
I loved animating a movie.
Yeah, it was great. Oh, the black is black is Vanta Black. Yeah, but that was that guy that
wouldn't let anybody else have it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, he has spilt paint on his paintings before. No, he's never done any 2D cartooning type of stuff. Oh boy. Shreshi says, Donna, what did you do now? Scott, casually, the cap came off. Everyone, panic. What do you use to carry your art stuff around? Oh, he's got a Swissmedic bag, and there's a video on that. He bought that a long time ago, and he's been sort of modifying it ever since. How long did it take to paint this to this stage? We are 86 minutes in, 84 minutes in. So about an hour and a half. Is your profile picture a drawing?
No. It's just a photo of me run through one of those
filters.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is a drawing. I use Fire Alpaca, and it's free, and it works for me depending on the art style sometimes. Let's see. How are you able to make such confident brush strokes? Because mine are usually really wobbly most of the time.
Mine are wobbly too. They look confident to you, but to me they they're wobbly. Uh, I think the thing that as artists we forget is the audience can't see what we want it to be. They just see what it is, and they think we did it on purpose. But for the most part, no. I'm not happy usually with my line work or my brush strokes.
Cold press or hot press? I think that depends on the medium he's using.
This is cold press for watercolor. I use hot press for gouache.
If you could only work with 3 colors for the rest of your life, what would they be? Because everybody likes chaos. Payne's gray,
Black cherry, white, and a tanned paper, I guess.
No, 3 colors. 3 colors. If you could only work for 3 colors for the rest of your life, what would they be?
Black, white, and something. I mean, you need black, you need white. So you're really only left with one other color.
Why do you need black?
How was she gonna?
Dumb question. Never mind. I don't know. It's Monday. I'm tired. I still have a headache. I don't know. Pick something. Why do you need black? I was thinking like Payne's gray and that.
I mean, you don't have to tell us what you were thinking. You literally said it.
Red noses with and whatever the heck that one is. When you don't use a blow dryer, how long do you wait for the watercolor to dry? I feel like I'd have to wait 5 minutes between the layers. Is that normal? He always uses a blow dryer.
Yeah, if I'm traveling and I don't have a blow dryer with me, then yeah, you just gotta work around the the wet spots.
But in all seriousness, like you go and steal the hairdryer from the hotel.
I know, but when I am out and not in a hotel room, I will have to sit, like say we're sitting at a cafe or something.
Right.
I have to.
But you've also walked around with the
yes,
sketchbook
you
open
have to
let
wait.
It dry.
That's the whole point. You have to wait. All right, not my favorite piece. I might noodle it a little more.
You might noodle it a little more? Might? Let's see. Other hobbies apart from art?
Games. I used to play hockey, sometimes golf. I'm really looking forward to the new Zelda.
Let's see. Have you read any Indian books or seen any Indian cinema?
No.
You had that one movie you were going to work on with the script.
Yeah.
But that kind of got tanked. My pencils kind of merge with the watercolor. How do you get the border of the person?
I do inking. I ink with a waterproof pen.
The zebra brush pen. What do you think of this painting so far? Ooh.
It's not bad, but it's lacking anything for me that makes me go, oh, this really popped. It's I think it's possible to get there. I'm close. I don't really feel like I messed up, but I feel like it's missing something, and I don't know what that is.
I don't know what a Biro pen is, but I'm going to say that he probably hasn't used one. You guys. I am not going to set up a camera in the kitchen and have you watch me cook. No, that is just creepy and weird. You guys, you're crazy. Can you please describe the difference between hot press and cold press paper? There's several people asking.
Oh yeah, there's a video on it. There's a video that explains it pretty well.
Oh, okay. Is that in the Art Hacks playlist?
Should be, yeah.
These pieces usually take 90 minutes, but that's give or take Scott noodling. What is a medium?
Medium is the art materials. Colored pencils is a medium. Watercolors is a medium. Ink is a medium.
Any advice as to what to tape your paper to? I tried using cardboard so I could rotate the picture, but my tape keeps tearing the cardboard.
Yeah, cardboard is just this. You can pick up these pieces of wood at most art stores. I got them at Michael's, and they come in like a 4-pack. But a piece of wood, or you can even tape it down to your table if you'd like.
Scott, I've just used the red and purple technique to my painting, and it's made it stand out so much. Thank you.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Could you do one of those 4 medium paintings on a live soon?
4 medium?
I don't know what you're asking. That's AB9YT. What are exactly you asking? Because he's used
Many
a
mediums.
lot of different mediums. Yeah. What's your favorite shade of red?
I don't have a particularly I remember my favorite shade of red, but
Would you say your art style continues to evolve, or was there a point where it started to become steady?
no, I think it's always evolving. I'm always trying to learn something new. I'm always jealous of artists who found their style early on and stuck with it. But I don't know if it's the autism. I don't know what, but I can't stick with the same thing for too long. I get bored. I get restless, and so I'm constantly changing my style. I'll go from gouache to watercolor to colored pencils to markers. I'm constantly changing.
A couple of people are saying the hair is absolutely flat and it needs some highlights. Maybe that's what's bothering you.
I had highlights in it before, and I thought maybe just it might work better as a graphical shape. And the hair's really not bothering me right now.
Did Scott ask you to be his Valentine this year? LOL. He doesn't really have a choice. He's kind of stuck with me. It's either me or Arwen, so wouldn't surprise me if he picked the dog. Does Scott like Breath of the Wild?
Oh yeah, it's my favorite game. All right, I think I am going to walk away from it for now. And
he does not play any instruments. If there was no longer any art, what would you do? Oh boy, he'd shrivel up in a corner.
I don't know. I mean, everything I do is art related, whether it's writing or
literally everything.
Animation or
yeah.
something. So I honestly don't know.
Do we have anything planned for Valentine's Day, honey?
No, I don't think we do.
Mm-mm. You would think that I would be like, oh, Valentine's Day. I have always thought it was a forced, contrived holiday that is overpriced. And that is my personal, humble opinion. So take it with a grain of salt, okay? But I've never, Scott tells me he loves me all the time. I don't need a day for him to tell me that he loves me. I just don't need it. So, but some people love it. So.
All right. I'm going to do the tape peel.
Okay. Would you ever think of going to a Ren fair and drawing some of the attendees?
I have gone to Ren fairs and I have sketched the attendees. Not that they ever saw it, no. But I did it for my sketchbook.
Santa says, more than art, Scott is a storyteller.
Thank you, Santa. All right, so we will put Prince and Little Prince.
Bethany says, I don't love Valentine's, but like to use it as a day to remind people that I love them. Okay, so yes, that's true. And I will probably bake him some cookies or something tomorrow. And yes, I did send my kids little Valentines. So there you go. So yes, I did that. Okay, so this is a good question. How do you avoid messing up with markers because the ink spreads?
Oh, that's because you're just not using the right paper.
You think?
Yeah. Use marker paper. If you don't want your ink to spread at all, try the Bee and Fang. There's a video on different marker paper. So go to the markers playlist and you'll see it. Bee and Fang did not spread at all. The Ohuhu will spread a little bit, but I really like the Ohuhu sketchbook the best. Okay, Donna, tell me what's making you laugh.
Jamie says, I bet you have better breath to kiss than Arwen. Sorry, I had to just I was cracking up. Little Frog says, I'm going to walk away now. Proceeds to pick up a pencil and continue drawing.
No, I'm done. Mm-hmm. Donna's gonna make some scones and
I am?
Yeah, why not?
What are your main points to achieve a good piece of art?
Make 100 pieces and hopefully one of them is a good piece.
There you go. It would make a nice bookmark. What's your favorite journal you've completed?
I think the hair journal.
Does Scott like Stranger Things?
It was okay. I sketched all the characters. There's a video on all the characters.
Arwen is 11 and a half. Are Copic markers good to use?
They're not bad. I just find them overpriced.
Jamie says, ooh, a scone day. It is indeed a scone day.
I would recommend the Art Beak markers.
And the reason you would recommend Art Beak is?
They're exactly like the Copics, but they are 1/10 of the price.
All Santa heard out of this whole last 5 minutes was cookies? Donna's going to make cookies? Okay, so this is for Santa. So I got it during the pandemic, I was baking and whatever. I found this new cookie recipe, chocolate chip cookie recipe, and I proceeded to buy the Ghirardelli chocolate, the giant chocolate chips to put in the cookies. And my goodness, are they good? Let me tell you. Tell Mrs. Claus if she does. I'm sure she knows about them because, hello, she's Mrs. Claus. But the giant chocolate chips are amazing. All right, and Scott has left the Hobbit hole. So I think I have to go now. So have a great day. You guys have a marvelous Monday. And
bye, everybody. We will see you on
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
All right.
Have a great day.